Alqubit, IT as an expression of art.
Hello world, welcome to Alqubit. I'm hearing one return, sorry. Today I want to present the 10th month of Alqubit. I need to check that audio, it cannot be done in that way. I'm hearing very bad return. Yeah, latency inside the system, and I cannot speak with latency. Now it's much better. Today is I want to present the 10th month, the completion of 10th month of business restart, business inception, everything that I've been through, and this amazing and very difficult journey that has been since December the last year. So I want to make an easy, brief overview. I have continued to do my development of the marketing side. I have heavily invested again and continue to invest in marketing platforms. I have developed much higher awareness about where to invest and how to invest. After the initial full investment on large scale, I have developed enough knowledge and awareness to make a step back. What I have seen that initially I have invested fully in AI content creation, and what I have seen that this kind of content is good at the beginning when you don't have anything, but with the time it is like a garden inside a city that is completely sterile, good to see, and ordered in all its part, but there is no ecosystem, there is no jungle that is developing by that. And in business you need to be both things you need to do. You either developing an ecosystem or you are integrating inside an ecosystem, inside the business jungle. Otherwise you cannot survive. Business is concept of integration of ecosystems. Business by itself without ecosystems cannot survive. You need to be supporting or serving some part of the ecosystem, or you need to produce and generate some ecosystem, or you will be put out to the market. So what I have seen that AI generated content is very sterile. It is beautiful, it is a kind of academic analysis, as a flowers in the city garden, but there are no life there. There are not animals. No one eats each other. There is no business inside AI sterile generating content. So I have continued to invest in my major strategy that I have started since the beginning, content creation through the video content. But it has fortunately evolved much higher, 10 levels higher, in fifth dimension in respect of the beginning of what I have thought at the beginning and what actually can be done. In the last month, I feel like it has been forever in that way. Like I've been in 100 years in that way. And it is only a month. In the month when I started to think how to change my content creation with 4K, I have invested in second camera. Hello. And I have invested in audio, much higher level audio. I moved my content creation server in my home office, and that was the beginning of another dimension of development for me as a video content creation. I am super sure that the content creation, video content creation, is the future, is the major strategy that every company should develop. It is immediate, it is so direct, it is so trustful, it needs to be of quality. I cannot stand to see, as the AI, there are questions of the buds and what someone begins to do, everyone's doing that way. Everyone is talking. It is kind of ridiculous, like on TikTok, by picking the voice and everything, like eating the lavalier. Everyone is doing this kind of videos. You cannot build the business with those videos. They are noise, only noise, as the AI content is a noise. It is city noise with the city kind of garden that has been built. It's not business, it's not jungle, it's not ecosystem, it's not relationships. It's only content to be seen by someone without targeting specific client that is your client. So I have developed and thought enormously on all those aspects, and I'm absolutely sure that my personal path is through the development of the high quality video content based on case study showcases, my sharing my knowledge in technology and other. I have developed these 10 months are equal to 5 years in more in videography and video production. Especially the last month has been enormous, gigantic, indescribable. And I will continue to invest massively in that, and I will begin to produce specifically, as I have shared in other video, content about technology, about what I'm doing, my processes, my development. And I have done the first video, 3 short video that is unified in one, based on my history and experience with all the books on TCP/IP, which I very like. It has been seen on YouTube, and especially the last videos that even longer, about an hour and more, they are seen in much higher rate in respect that I have produced a mountain of videos and content creation based with AI generated. So I will reduce at minimum every kind of investment in AI. It is multiplier, but if you are multiplying the noise, it is pointless. So I have done an exceptionally good experience. I need to monitor in between all the systems. I have done an exceptionally good experience in all the platforms. I have invested massively, really massively. HubSpot, Zoho Social, Zoho One, which includes Zoho Social. The CRM I have developed within the months. The entire infrastructure of my business, and I have started to create lead generation through the LinkedIn Sales Navigator and Apollo app, which are platforms that helps you to search for business, for buying intent, certain the specific kind of persons that are your target, your ideal client profile, and you can do account based marketing in really exceptionally good way. But it is a lot of investment. Every aspect of those requires investment, monetary, but in terms of effort, massive amount of effort and critical thinking. What I have seen that there is no guarantee. Marketing is this beautiful. It's very complex, but it is for the majority a lie for what is promising. It is something like what in society you need to present well. You need to be at your best in order to be able to live in society. In business, you cannot do anything without marketing, but it is not of the, it is indispensable, but it cannot generate actually immediately the business. It is a front end of the business that you need to have. It is like what you are eating in order to live, to being able to sustain the life. But it is not one-to-one. If you do marketing, you will develop the business, and it is not. It is very complex. You need to do it, but you need to concentrate. And I fortunately have arrived finally to the assumption that less is more. So I have reached this good point that where I'm able to see actually the truth. What opened my eyes has been with IQ, when I have seen that every big company is buying their followers every month at the chunks of thousands. I don't know if the agency are doing that or every company is doing that. I have no idea, but the marketing is 99% lie. It's a house of cards. But it is needed. And what are doing the big companies with massive investments in order to move the market? The middle and small businesses cannot, there is no point. You can never do anything. You don't have the mass, the critical mass in order to move the market, in order to hope that with the investment of the ads and everything you will see something. This is the market maker as is in trading. You need a massive amount of money, and you need to be part of the system in order to move the market in certain way. The marketing is the same. Every big company is investing millions, if not billions, in ads. You cannot compete with this. You need to concentrate and target only your specific client. You can, there is no competition here. You need to speak your language of your business, and someone that needs or speak the same. You have to see it's a matrix of multiple ecosystems. You need to be part of your ecosystem, and there will be a match only with someone that is part of your little jungle and not of the entire world of everything. And this has been very big growth of my site, because I have understood that I need to redimension properly my efforts, and my efforts are seen on daily life. I will be investing much more and with much more content on direct video production, very high quality video production. The live streaming has been eye-opening. What I have intended initially was to create my video record them, and distribute them with Restream. That's why I subscribed Restream. But with my last month of investment on development in my skills and my capabilities has been a vertical growth. I've been like a rocket in this part, and I have optimized at multiple levels my workflow. Every day I'm doing something better, and to reconstruct a little bit of structure, I will talking about my massive investment of improvement of video production that I have shared already. Video production, audio quality, video production, um, live streaming, editing. This part has been tremendous. That's what I have done in a month. And the other is marketing, and from now on, lead generation, content creation specific for the business generation, and now we'll continue that way. Now I will create a lab that will be a public. I will create it publicly, and I have had this idea that will be an excellent way to create use cases and showcase my fundamental IT service, that is backup services, storage optimization, and disaster recovery. We create a lab. I have shared already the servers. I have done the initial research. I want to create different use cases and showcase the solution with store ones for the HP about storage protection. It is a solution of storage protection that is the duplicating massively the content. I have implemented it in the last 10 more years with data domain. They are both similar, almost identical. Data domain is much better in terms of compression, everything. Store ones, even if they declare 20x, it cannot. It actually is 10x. It cannot compete with data domain. But it is excellent solution. It costs a fraction of data domain. Under EMC was tremendously expensive. I have no idea with Dell how it is, but it was very expensive, the license and everything. And I will do this really interesting showcase. I have the hardware, and I have the possibility to create this production oriented solution, but it is my lab with my servers. They even not the last servers, there are 5 servers, 2B processor. Some banks don't have such an amount of power what I have as a lab. I have invested during the years. It can be still utilized, and absolutely it will be a great solution. I have downloaded already all the software, the last versions, and all the documentation. I began the process of research, and now we create initially. In order to install or recover the physical object store once, you need to have HP server 10 plus generation, or you need to buy it already as a model object or in virtual. He will install it under Hyper-V. I have seen that now to ask an evaluation for VMware, I lost 2 hours and still cannot apply it to have an evaluation because it became impossible with that software. And I like Hyper-V. It is absolutely super optimal. I will create it under Hyper-V as store once as an appliance virtual, and the backup software, I have seen that it will be easier for me to create a physical server that will be utilizing the store once. So I will create Alqubit.lab my internal lab and domain controllers, and I will document everything and I will share it. And after that, if there is time and possibility, it is exceptionally interesting with the first one is Combalt. I need it as a use case and I need it as a lab, but with backup exec and net backup is even super interesting because years ago I have done for Infosys and projects for McDonald's, and I have optimized an enormous 100x respect. They wanted to utilize initially virtual libraries. That is the most inefficient way to utilize those kinds of appliances. You need to utilize their point of force, which is for data domain boost protocol, and for store one is if I'm not wrong, Crystal protocol, something like that I have utilized, but I cannot remember now specifically. Those protocols are boosting the capability of the duplication and throughput 10x. It is incredible, absolutely. If you need to implement such a device, you need to utilize those kinds of protocols. And now we create that. So for the last 2-3 months, we have this one. I started with TCP, and now we create not primary priority, but my tutorial on TCP, because I will need to relearn. Obviously, I don't have everything fresh, super fresh flags and everything. I need to learn in order to produce. So I'll be, and it is, if I think about the marketing funnel, it is not immediately at the bottom in order to generate business, but it is in the middle somewhere when you create authority as a knowledge. So I will create it, but it is not primarily it doesn't have the precedence. I will create it, but I came up with those ideas to create labs, solutions, and showcase those are much more interesting, and they immediately pointing to the business, to the services, my services, and to what the market is asking, and everyone as a professional is much more interesting instead of the the persons that need and know TCP IP actually for real, a very small amount of people. I have started to learn. I started in 96, 97 networking. I was considered already top of the top. I was paid 1,000 euros per day, and I thought that I know TCP/IP. I started in 2006. The security in the university, and that I expanded all those excellent books, and I began to study Ethernet and TCP, and I have seen in 2006 that I wasn't able, I didn't know anything about the TCP. TCP, if you need to learn it, it is extremely complex. But for day by day, Cisco, like it is a exceptional Cisco certification, but it is not at this level of TCP/IP, and this my tutorial will be this such specific that it cannot be priority at the moment. So I will create those showcases, and this with the backup is excellent, and it will be for a month or a couple of months an excellent way to develop the showcase and my lab that I need for specific scope. It is excellent idea, and this is briefly about how I will develop the business in the next month or two till the year of business restart, and so on, going further. Marketing will be much more concentrated to lead generation. I will use specifically sales navigator, Apollo, and I have all the infrastructure I have prepared for a year, all kind of marketing platforms that I can develop massive every kind of strategy and deployment of any kind, newsletter, direct marketing, and every kind. I have the power, firepower for a year without doing anything. I have prepared everything, so I am able to do it. Absolutely. I have subscribed by the end of September. I have subscribed for Alqubit company page premium subscription. I have there around 450 pounds as a credit bonus for ads on LinkedIn. I will not do a massive I will need first to refine. I will target only what I need to target. I will not go on fire everywhere as I have done, because those kind of content hasn't produced almost anything. But I have created this. It was part the earlier stage of the development of my marketing and how it's called now. I have the black. uh, the company has identity. I need to develop that. That is not wasted. Absolutely, this make me develop a massive amount of awareness, and now we continue in that way. Now the interesting part. The last month I have started in September with the investment on the second cam, but from there I opened the Pandora box, and every month I am opening the bigger Pandora box, and bigger and bigger and bigger, and what is going out is indescribable. So I started with 4K. I moved the server. I invested only in cables around 150 or 200 euros, because those long cables are very extremely expensive. HDMI 15 meters, balancing cables, USB, display port. I have published on LinkedIn. I have 6 big cables that are going over there. I have moved the server, and so I have implemented my you can see here. Just a moment. You can see here that hello world, networking. Yes, it is it is little, but if you want to develop live streaming, you need to be super organized and structured as a data center. You need all those functions in order to do everything that is working. So I have implemented the networking. I have implemented basically a network based on USB. My cables, I have 2 cables with hubs, one USB 3 and the other USB 2. And the reason why one is that and the other is the cost of those cables is absolutely crazy. And it is crazy because USB 3 has 2 repeaters on different stages, and this camera is connected to one of those cables, and the USB 3 has its 10 meters every 5 meters repeater in order to function, and it functions absolutely perfect. I didn't have any failure yet. Why I have invested in the second cable? Because at first I have invested in USB 2 10 meters, and it cost something like 36 euros. And I have done the live streams with that, and at certain point it began to fail. Something happened. I thought that was the cable, but it actually, the server after a while going crazy with its USB system, and I had to reboot it a couple of times. And since I have implemented both, I don't have any more those issues. And I have implemented a system and a network with HDMI that initially I thought that I will be using. Then my second system now. As a second system, as in the marketing, the same in my content creation, video content creation. I wanted to do too much in 4K. What actually I have seen that it's absolutely overkill. Not necessarily for my requirements, for my scope, and for the workflow itself, it is much more complicated because I'm producing in 4K. I'm at least doing 2 steps post-production in order to reduce a couple of times, in order to reduce from, let's say, around 2 gigs and more the file into the smallest one, in order to be able to upload it on the socials, because the socials YouTube is permitting to do upload to 4K. But apart that, too much details are not good for my face. It is pointlessly because no other platform, I think almost all the platforms requires 1080p, and I have developed it in between the knowledge, all the skills, and I have seen that it is much more straightforward and the workflow is much more high performance. Everything needs its attention, everything needs, and I have done the same as the marketing. I have started big, I have done a lot overwork in order to being able, it is like everything that you learn, the process, you cannot escape this. You need to start complex with a lot of overwork in order to, with the time, the awareness and the knowledge brings you to the essence, to the essential part, and you can absolutely, having the big picture, choosing the right path, which is the less is more. But if you start less is more at the beginning, without the knowledge, without the experience, without any idea of what you're doing, you're doing nothing. You don't have even the tools that are necessary in order to develop any skill. You need to do the hard fire and everything in order to arrive to the comprehension and kind of higher order of awareness in order to being able to do the essential part and do the kill with one shot. This is necessary. So I have done good process, and 4K I would have been able to even to spend much less, but this is the process. It cannot be escaped. Now I am in 1080p. The last month I started it. To me, since that it has been a century ago, microphone, improving my sound at the universal. It has been really hard work. I have invested in this preamplifier and field recorder. It has been a game changer, and with that everything has expanded more and more. Atem Mini, that is here. I have finally organize it as it should be. Otherwise, once in a while, everything is was failing, and you cannot do anything without organization and proper methodology. And I comparing it, as you should have a data center, your process of video production needs the same level of organization, naming convention, every part, cables and everything, in order to be able to produce and guarantee the result. So my studio can be called studio for real, because it is a studio. Blackmagic Studio. And I have discovered with the Blackmagic, it's been a struggle with its performance, but I have fine-tuned, and I have found this week, yesterday, I've got this device, which is this device, which is how it's called, HyperDeck HD Studio Recorder. This is the another Pandora box. Yes, it is limited for the model as the Atem that is limited for my necessity. But this is what I have done, like a miracle in order to investment. But it opened the world for me. And what I thought was kind of pointless and inefficient, it streamlined the process and the quality an incredible way. I cannot now I have a little bit of headache, unfortunately. I cannot explain all the technicalities, but it's been incredible only in one day, the amount of ideas, and the process has been super optimized. And what I've been able to understand, because with Atem Mini I have struggled for a week, because it is like a strange unknown language. You hear the tutorials, you watch to the tutorials, but you cannot understand and comprehend the essential part, because you still don't have the feeling of the thing. So I wasn't able to produce this now I will show that I have the delay, my border and the logo. This is my packaging of the video that I was usually doing in post-production with Canva. That was quite easy to do, and after that with Adobe Premiere Pro. But what I've been able to do yesterday late night, it was incredible, because looking at the HyperDeck, I understood what they are meaning. Key, download key, upload key. It is a specific key of transparency that needs to be provided by the system, by the player, in order to be able to generate those kind. This is an image with transparency that creates this kind of vision. And it has a key part of the transparency that is separated from the image. And that's why I have understood that Atem Mini Pro Extreme with 8 HDMI or other inputs Not too much, because for example in the video production, in order to generate and having those kind of transparency in video, you need two inputs, one for the transparency, one for the, and if you have a couple of those 3 point of cameras and PC, you burn all your 8 inputs. So it is absolutely necessary. This device, I'm able to, I will do so only, I've been able to recreate with OBS to emulate this device. But you have seen probably during the countdown, I'm using now OBS, how my content creation server has NVIDIA. It is, I paid it at the time 750 euros, and it is absolutely doing its job more than enough for my scope and the requirements. I'm super satisfied and will use it hope to for a long time yet. It has 4 output DP, and I'm converting with one long cable DP to HDMI, and it is kind of unstable. That's why I got for my desktop the second cable that is DP to DP directly to my monitor, because it is from time to time going turning off. It's an HDMI, it's so long as desktop is unreliable. So I have this exit, and I have here the input from my content creation server, and I have assigned as a monitor this, how it's seen. The content creation server sees this switch as another monitor, so it assigns. I have forced 1080p at 25 frames per second, and I have configured. I don't want today to showcase any PC interfaces because I have headache, and I need to prepare more. So I need to streamline a little bit the process. Return to OBS. I have configured OBS, reducing everything, doing only the scene that plays my playing my background music. I hope you are hearing, because due to the latency, I had to connect directly to my microphone. I am seeing here the levels, but not the final result as output audio. So OBS is playing the music in the background, and my intro and my outro that I've been able to reproduce, and I have used it in a couple of live production. But if you have seen since the beginning, from time to time, if I touch something on the desktop, it is resetting the desktop. Basically, in the default, you see the desktop, and instead of the stream what you're supposed to see. And this is OBS. It is unreliable. But I have done, and I want to showcase those two functions that are done in the same way on both systems. One from Blackmagic, which is perfect at the microseconds. If I push here, it starts the intro, and I can switch here to the outro as a second video. I have here a little monitor. Let me see if I can. I have here a little monitor, which I seeing basically the video, and the instant that I'm pressing here to switch, it starts the intro on the outro or any other video. I have done the same thing with the Stream Deck, that I'm having here a couple of scenes, one for the outro, one for the intro, and it is doing the same, but the quality that there is missing, it's not professional level. It is it works, but it doesn't work on the level that you need if you need to do the video production at certain level. It's not the tool. It is unreliable. And I want to show you both systems. And I have optimized, I think, from the standpoint of the audio much better. Now at the Mini, I have pushed all the gains to the maximum right before the clipping and distortion. And I really hope this video will be the first feedback from my entirely new, really professional workflow, and I will show how it's done. This is I'm registering now on this hard disk from Atem Mini, and I can basically unplug from Atem Mini, plug on this device, and I am able immediately to restart the same video, the same transmission in replay, in live, basically seconds after. Immediately. I have done the test. It needs, in order to connect it, live stream, it needs to be connected. It is connected as one of the input on Atem Mini. You choose one, push the button, it starts immediately, and you do nothing. It's going and doing broadcast. It's absolutely amazing. And now we do, I'm sorry about the levels. I on purpose have chosen every level that is at the maximum because I don't want, but there is no distortion yet of what I have seen. Just I'm speaking. I have 12 seconds of delay, unfortunately. Sometimes it's 12. Today was 12 seconds of delay. Now it's 5. Then usually it's 5, between 5. And now I will replay portions of my intro and outro, the last that I have chosen to do, and you will see how amazing it is. Now is the intro.
Alqubit, IT as an expression of art.
the outro
IT
as well.
as an expression of
Immediately.
art.
The perfect timing. And now I will show the same thing, but with OBS, done by OBS. One, two, three, intro.
Alqubit. IT
I first need
as an expression of art. Alqubit. IT as an expression of art.
I can do completely the same workflow. The output of the double overlay. So you can see that there are many ways to do the things. I am super convinced that I have artistic talents, and whatever technology I have the talent. You cannot stop me between on front of technology. I have the creativity with the technology. So I have invented a solution and I expanded it enormously. What I was doing of desperation after the first and the second live stream with the Atem Mini, that it was absolutely low quality audio. So I have corrected the things. I have invested in things more. I have learned more things. I have equalized it as much as possible. I have used it. Now I'm using every little resource that this little thing has. I'm using equalization, I'm using expander, and expander is basically the solution for noise reduction. It is even much better, absolutely much better than the noise gate that I was using initially with my content creation server and my Yeti mic. Was that at the moment it is low noise. At the moment you beginning to speak, it opens the gate and you hear this whole background noise that is coming with your voice. It's not reduction, it is ooh, that is coming from the server that was here, basically where my monitor is. And I have optimized this. I have quite heavily equalized the microphones and the exit for the okay, for the I'm preparing my outro here, and I have invested the last month like there is no tomorrow. Cables, I have invested it seems like years ago, but I have invested in my Sennheiser. I have invested in order to double proof with Rode. Everything is already returned. The compatible microphone. I'm Absolutely, I have correctly positioned that you can read now. Sure. It was I have done every day. I'm doing some little big improvement, and this is incredible studio set. This is my recording. I have here the display. I have see here the display. I have see here the display. I have second exit in big in order to see the on air, the stream, how it, if it is going into the congestion, my recording levels, my hard disk that is doing absolutely great, and it is incredible the level, and everything is here on one click. So only in just this last month I have invested in Atem Mini Pro, in this device, in everything that is basically the last level of quality video production, and it is been eye-opening. Everything, there is no, and I completely changed my life and my way of producing, my expectations, my ideas. It is been mind-blowing and eye-opening. It is incredible. And it's pointlessly to read, but basically every couple of days I have done some kind of investment in improvement in my video production, and the results you can see. It is basically perfect. I can produce, we do my broadcast, I will transform Alqubit in television. And what I have seen that every company, you cannot escape from the current marketplace. You need to be a media agency as well, media company. And if you pay some external, we can never have this amount of returns and results as when you develop the skills, the knowledge, the creativity, and the infrastructure necessary in order to be everything available and to become your way of living. It is that will be my way of living, of my business for certain. For the future, it will be live streams, live videos. It is the most difficult with the higher level of initial investment, but it is the easier way to go to the market, and the easier way. You basically cut a mountain of activity. I don't have to copy anything. I will not post-production anything. I will not retouch anything. And it is high level, excellent quality, distributed in order to upload 1 gig on one platform. In order to being able to publish it, it requires 6 hours of work only for the managing the file, the reducing the quality, you going down of quality. It's not as before, whatever optimization that in order to be smaller, because Canva, I cannot remember, but even on the other system, on Restream, in order to Restream, it needs to be under a gig, or other systems even lower. And with live production, you basically can generate a video that is on LinkedIn. I have seen that they cut the production after 4 hours. Your live stream is killed after 4 hours. In 4 hours you generate something like I don't know, 6 gig minimum of data. And if you produce that way, you are at your end result with your effort, and you are thinking for the next stage, next thing. You are not going in interaction. I am analyzing, I am improving after that the result, and I'm preventing of having some really bad quality. But the level that I have reached is exceptional. I have fine-tuned both microphones. I thought to do with lavaliers this evening, but it's too sensible, and if I move it generates a lot of noise. But I have improved it without noise reduction, only with the expander. It is excellent, beyond excellent. It is reducing the noise floor, kills the noise floor. It is clear mic. It is a little bit more reverberant in respect of this, but it is perfect. So I have in some of the next video I will do it. So the next step I have for lead generation, showcase video production, TCP tutorial. That is not the highest level of priority. Backup use case store once, ads on LinkedIn, website improvement, and offer definition. Yes, I still need to define, and my entire month will be the backup use case development and marketing part, and the inception of the business, go to market, go to business, and everything related to the IT services. And I'm using the video production. 10 months of development of the video production was, yes, it is extremely fascinating. I have real passion. I like it a lot, and it is super fun. But this is a channel for me, for my IT business, and this will be the path for me. And my IT services that I have been offering for the last 20 years, IT advanced support, backup and disaster recovery, next generation cybersecurity. I have learned cybersecurity. It is contextualization. I don't want to compete with those that I related to cybersecurity for the compliances. It's extremely boring for me. From the standpoint of system optimization and configuration, cybersecurity, I have 20 years of active work. Enterprise networking, enterprise implementation, DC end-to-end, cloud services migration, private, hybrid, public, digital workspaces, integration with Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, Zoho. And once I am beginning to develop the company for real, we will include a portion of the business that will be marketing, the stream of the marketing with content creation, marketing strategy, and there will be even the video content creation. That is absolutely amazing way. It is super fascinating. It is very, and I'm not supposed to do all by myself forever. It will be developed at a certain point, but this is a necessity for every business. As every business has marketing, it should have the content creation team, and the video is essential part. if you don't have it and you need one, you can see my video production perfect awesome job. I can help you and I'm available. I have invested in Artlist. Why I have invested in the copyright and music? Because it is essential part of the entire process of ads publishing on all the social platforms, video production. You need to have those services, otherwise you are risking to get banned every kind, and you against the law. You cannot use music and everything without paying the royalties. And the first thing of all, the quality of your content needs those services, because it is without you're basically doing very sketchy work. I have done. I've been fortunate to disinvest from Soundstripe. Why I have invested in Soundstripe? I searched initially for the lowest cost, but that is giving good service, and it was feeling like that they had everything. It was the less expensive of all, and initially I have seen as too much expensive to include even the part of footages and everything. So I have done Soundstripe was basically only for the audio, for the music, and I have immediately discovered that it's not my style. It is there were good tracks, but for the majority it was kind of boring music. But what they have done, I have prepared for a year, and they started very bad strategy for upselling. They are they sent me multi-channel, and on the platform kind of block the system before being able to enter. We think that you need to upgrade your license to enterprise blah 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 blah, which doesn't have even the price list for the big companies. Because why is that? Because I having very advanced workflow. I have downloaded a lot of I have published it, I'm including the plugins with all my with DaVinci Resolve and with the Premiere, Adobe Premiere. They have captured those signals, and they have decided that I need to upgrade. That was the moment that I wanted to delete this from my life. And they initially began, they changed my contract from the yearly in order to burn money to monthly, and I have done so much social pressure on all the channels that they gave me back all the money, fortunately. So I have disinvested that, and I'm keeping the art list. It is excellent. Till now I didn't, only the first day or two there was issues with downloading, with a couple of technical issues. They solved it from the standpoint view of the content and everything is perfect. They provide excellent service, and all the climbs that I've had and still have on here and there, they're clearing it on time. Everything is perfect. I have tested another service that now with headache I cannot. Very good very good music. I submitted the test and thought to submit, but it was, I have seen that it's overkill. It's a good way to step back a little bit. It's not necessary. Those few videos that I have done with their music were seen much more than the others, because it is electronic music. It is consistent, really strong sound, and this is what is necessary. But at the moment I have preferred to move the investment, and I have done the absolutely tremendous investment with the Blackmagic and microphones and everything. And so I have done that. What I have done this month, I have had a couple of trials with HubSpot Enterprise, because I have had previously used the professional trials. So Enterprise was given and I got it immediately. I have done the video on the massive content distribution with all the details about that. I have republished it, even the video with it was the first Atem published, and the level of the audio was low, and you can see all the details. I have generated 350 excellent blog posts with the audio included, and I will post them for the next couple of years, I hope. So I have done a massive amount of work, and I'm concentrating on different things. I'm working on waves. So obviously you cannot do everything, but what I have seen as a methodology when you need to be creative or when you need to troubleshoot something, you need to double down, you need to do your research, you need to invest a lot, and when you hit the wall, you need to do a step back and let the things a little bit settle, and the solutions pops up. That was yesterday. I have done basically non-stop a couple of days in extremely struggle, I was so annoyed with this possibility to do the border and packaging on the video, and it was the lateral movement that solved my problem. The investment of this opened another thing. I connected the dots on other aspect and immediately understood why is that and what was missing. And the missing part, why is that? Because these devices have usually two outputs, A, B, exactly for the videos that needs to have one for the video and another with the video, but with the key transparency version. And this opened my mind to understand why I wasn't able to see the solution. And there is a specific way of configuration only on the, that's why one of the limitations of this device, that it has little interface and the bigger expanded version that is on soft. You can the investment can be solved with investment. You can take the panel, separate panel, which is a kind of Stream Deck, bigger version of Stream Deck that you have a lot of buttons. So you can implement the Stream Deck with the buttons. I will do the next 10 days these kinds of optimizations. So it's been an amazing work, and I'm super happy about that. I'm super proud of my work and all the results. I'm doing everything publicly, and the biggest part of that has been the process of healing after the business crash and everything, and the jobs that I was trying to re-enter into the corporate hit me on the multiple points of physically, psychologically, energetically. This year has been a process of healing, has been a process of developing, and let's hope for the best, but I am unstoppable now. If I can overcome few little obstacles, I will be unstoppable, because I have outgrown the issues, and I have this process was necessary for the business. I have absolutely ignored the part of the business of the marketing, which is essential, and I'm approaching it with my sense of my business idea as an expression of art. I'm solving it in creative, artistic way. The video content creation will be the future of my business, not as a business itself to produce video, but whatever kind of the aspect of the business, it is the ideal channel for content creation, for presentation, for the offering presentations. There is no big company that has ever been and developed such a level of certain level of market value that hasn't been in some way with an excellent video or presentation. Apple, Nvidia, you need to be under the public eye. You need to develop in public, you need to be seen, you need to present, and don't have anything that is stopping you in order to be develop your business with your dignity, with your knowledge, with your work, constant work, passions, creativity, talents, history, experience, and everything holistically. This has been an excellent path for me, and incredible journey till now, and I will continue forward that way. I'm hoping for the best. I will develop this and I have tremendous amount of experience in IT. I've been in technology for the last 37 years, not one, not two. You cannot ignore this, and I'm going forward. Business development, service development, marketing development, content creation with that purpose, but even for the fun of doing it. I'm beginning to like it like a lot doing the live. It is the best way to do and present. Recording the video, republishing, doing it is like a joke. So thank you for watching. Thank you for seeing and having the patience. And it is incredible. These devices have saved my life, basically. The level of inception of inspiration that they have given me, it's indescribable. I have reached immediately. It's opened the gate, Pandora's box, with all the all the stuff that it has, and it is really good. I will continue that way. I hope that the audio was good and will be good. Now I will continue with the outro, and it needs to start at the millisecond, and I'm saying goodbye for now. We will see you soon with a lot of other things and other stuff. And let's begin.
Alqubit, IT as an expression of art. Alqubit, IT as an expression of art.